All right, let's see how we can edit and view files. So earlier we briefly talked about Nano. Nano is a basic text editor for Linux. Now on this image that we are running, we don't have Nano, so we have to install it. Do you remember the command for installing Nano? That is apt install Nano. All right, now we have Nano, so we can launch it and optionally supply a file name. Let's say file1.txt. So here we have a basic text editor. We can type whatever we want. And when we are done, look down below. The shortcut for exiting is Control and X. So I'm going to press that. Now it's asking if you want to save the changes. So we press yes. And here we confirm the file name. We can keep the same file or change the file name. Let's go ahead. So now in this directory, we have file1.txt. Beautiful. Now to see the content of this file, we have a few different commands. The simplest one is cat, and this has nothing to do with cats. It's short for concatenate. So later I will show you how we can use this command to concatenate or combine multiple files. But with cat, we can also see the content of a file. So if we say cat file1.txt, we can see the content of this file. Now, cat is useful if our file is short and fits on one page. But if you're dealing with a long file, it's better to use the more command. Let me give you an example. So I'm going to use cat to show the content of this file /etc/adduser.conf. This is a really long file. So if I scroll up, look, we have a lot of text. Now, sometimes you don't want to see all the content in one go. You want to scroll down. You want to go page by page. This is where we use the more command. So more /etc/adduser.conf. Now down below, look, you can see more 15%. So we're seeing 15% of this file. Now, if we press space, we can go to the next page. So now we're at the position 33%. Alternatively, we can press enter to go one line at a time. Now, the problem with more is that we can only scroll down. We cannot scroll up. So to do that, we have to use a different command called less. So to exit here, we press Q. Good. Now, in this image, we don't have less. So once again, we have to manually install it. So apt install less. So less is a newer command that is supposed to replace more. Let's go ahead. Great. So let's look at the same file using the less command /etc/adduser.conf. So now using the up and down arrows, we can scroll down or up. So just by pressing up and down arrows. We also have space. We can go to the next page and enter, just like the more command. And when we are done, we can press Q. Now we have a couple more commands for viewing the content of a file. We have head, which we can use to display the first few lines. So here we can supply an option and say the number of lines we want to see is 5. Let's look at the same file. So this shows the first 5 lines of this file. Similarly, we have tail, which shows the last few lines. So we supply an option and say we want to look at the last 5 files. That's it. So to recap, we can use Nano to write something to a file. We can use cat to view the content of small files. Less to view the content of long files in an interactive way. And head and tail to view the first few or the last few lines of a file.